everybody, this is Jenny from EnerJennyTV. Today we are going to have a Zoom interview with Pastor Philip Sang, who is a chaplain at the Ohio Wexner Medical Center and also a pastor in his congregation. We sat down to have a very meaningful conversation, so please check this video out and also listen for his special message at the end. Well, hello, Pastor Philip. Thank you so much for your time and your interview today. How are you doing today?
Doing good, Jenny. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's just dive right into our questions. Could you just briefly introduce yourself to the EnerJennyTV viewers?
My name is Chaplain Philip Sang. I'm a pastor, and I am based in Columbus, Ohio. I've been here for about 8 years, I would say, but technically it has been about 11 years. The rest of the time I was in Tennessee doing my studies in a seminary, that is Emmanuel Christian Seminary, but originally I'm from Kenya, and ordained minister with the Anglican Church of Kenya, where I hold my canonical residence. And right here I am in Columbus, Ohio, also blessed to be a pastor of St. Augustine's Anglican Church as associate priest. And I have a ministry too to the Africans, and this is called Victory Point Fellowship Church, that we meet every Sunday afternoon. And with that, and also involved in quite a number of community work here. And I'm married with blessed with married to Phyllis, and we have been blessed with 3 boys. Daniel is 15 years old, Emmanuel is 12 years old, and we have 7-year-old to James.
Oh,
yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add, or?
Yeah, I think that is basically what I do. What I do at the moment. Also, I forgot to let you know that I am a chaplain at the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center. It is a big medical center for the university here in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, I've been there. It's a huge campus, actually.
It's a huge campus. Yeah.
So you briefly mentioned that you were originally from Kenya, so we are curious about your journey coming over to the United States, especially as a refugee, I heard?
Yeah, basically I didn't come per se as refugee, but I came as a student in the first place, and I'm an immigrant actually. I moved with my family after getting green card. It was not a simple journey as such, but it took a long and also a lot of courage to be able to decide to leave one's country and be in a foreign country. So I came here as a student, and the first time that was in 2009, and I was in Tennessee. That is where I came to study, and it was basically my desire and prayer that I would come to study here, and my mind was to come and study and go back to my home country to continue doing what I was doing, which is basically I was a Bible translator into my native language, which is Marakwet of Kenya, one of the 42 languages of Kenya. And so I did translation of the New Testament to that particular language. And once we dedicated that, the New Testament, I came here to further my studies and study more of the Old Testament language, which is Hebrew, and hoping to go back and continue doing the translation of the Old Testament into this, my native language. But when I was here, things changed after when I was graduating. I would say it was God's divine moment for me to get a green card. And I got the green card. But I would say for the 3 years, it was not a simple 3 years, because my family was in Kenya while I was here studying.
Right.
And it was not easy as such, because being away from the family is not something that one would wish to happen. And especially thinking about the 3 years, though I was blessed to be able to go every Christmas and be with my family in Kenya. But that is quite a long time to be away from one's family. Yes, and so that is how I got to come here. So when I got a green card, I went to Kenya, processed paperwork for my family, and then migrated to the United States and settled in Columbus, Ohio, where now I've been here for the last 8 years.
Right.
Yeah.
And as you said, the journey was not easy. It was probably not very easy for you. As you said, you were separated from your family, and you were settling here on your own in the United States. So what were some of the most difficult challenges that you faced here when you got to the United States?
The most difficult challenges was the cultural difference.
Cultural difference?
Yes, that was shocking for me, because when I came here the first time, the culture was very different, totally different from what I was used to in Kenya, where, of course, we value community, we value meeting together and helping, supporting one another, which when I came here, kind of it's a different culture whereby it's mostly individualistic, which was really, really a shock and hard for me to navigate through that. But with time, things changed, and still it's a challenge. And it was also the same when my family came, and that is why actually I had to choose very carefully where my family was to settle when we came back, when my family came to the United States to be with me. One of the things also is whereby there is a lot of stereotyping in terms of when you are in a place where majorly it may be one particular group, or we can say where maybe the whites are the majority, and while blacks are minority. It becomes very difficult, because you are seen as maybe somebody who is not one of them, and so to be welcomed it takes hard time, and not only being a student, but also thinking about even being a pastor, a Christian. Somehow it's hard to minister and to be able to do what you feel is the best thing for you to do, because one is you are seen as somebody from outside, whereby you don't understand the culture, and so for them to understand you becomes difficult. And the other thing is the language as well. Having accent is also a big challenge.
It is
because you may be speaking English. Yes, I speak English. I used English all of my studies in school. But when I got here, it seems like people didn't understand really my English, I would say, because of the difference in accent, the way they are used, their English, how they pronounce some of the words becomes different from how I pronounce them.
Right.
And not only that, but some words may have some differences in my understanding and the way they understand it in this culture. And so basically that has been really some of the challenges that I've faced. I was blessed to have my friend who is my friend who actually introduced, became like a mentor while I was here. While I was in school, I lived with them for 6 months, first semester, and kind of that was very helpful to be able to understand this culture and be able to be to know really how to do some of the things that that I didn't know how to do, and that was helpful for me. But I feel for people who don't get really that kind of orientation, or don't have somebody who can help them through understanding the culture and also the way things are done in this country.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing.